What's up, boys? Breaking news. Valve just discontinued the Anubis case out of nowhere. In the past hour or so since it's been discontinued, the case has gone from $2 on the Steam store to $9 on the community market. And if you happen to be watching this in the wake of this news, you very well might still have a window to make a couple profitable moves. So let's not waste any time. Here's what's happening right now. So if you're unfamiliar, the Anubis Collection came out in 2023 along with the map, and it contains some genuinely desirable skins, and it has great dynamics for a case. We have a mil-spec or blue AK and AWP, and while they're not necessarily the most beautiful looking skins in the AK and AWP class respectively, they are all black skins which can fit inside of many nice loadouts, and they're one of the least rare skins in the case, which gives it some inherent value. It has arguably the nicest looking FAMAS in the game, the Water of Nephythys. It's a really unique colorway and a really unique pattern that look very, very good with CS2's engine. And most notably, the M4A4 Eye of Horus, an all gold M4A4 with some Egyptian artwork on the side of the gun. It was previously locked at $2, and there was a lot of these cases being open as it was the only one really available to you if you didn't have the Armory pass. And it was quietly removed with no announcement. Very similar to the Austin capsule, and it has to make you think if this is how they're going to operate in regards to discontinuations from here on out. In the weeks leading up to this discontinuation, there was rather odd buying volume on the Anubis case on the Steam market. If you take a look at the charts, you'll see various random pumps to around $2.08, $2.09, unusual accumulation for the community market as is offered in the Steam store. We've seen this before, we've speculated about it before, so that raises a lot of questions in regards to insider trading within Steam. Because this was not a play. Buying the Anubis package was a pretty stupid idea just 2 hours ago. And for a collection to be discontinued so quickly, 2023 to 2025, that's very odd for a case in a collection. Now, whether this was genuine alpha or just lucky insider trading, someone made a fuck ton of cash in the last 25 minutes. If you have the case for some fucking reason, sell them right now. They're $9 they were $9 as I started filming. They're probably around 11 now. Who knows? Get rid of them. They're going to go back down. Not to $2, but they're probably going to go to like 5 or 6 and live there for a while. But the beauty of a market is you could sell at 11, buy back at 5, and have double the amount of cases. That's your reward for holding all this time. So your high tier play is obviously going to be the M4A4. It is a discontinued red M4A4. It will spike incredibly high. Obviously, the better wear you can get it, the more percentage gains you'll see. But if you could just afford a battle scarred or a well-worn one, that will still go up. Your pink play is going to be the P250 Apex Curse. The FAMAS has room to pump on its own merit because it looks so nice in game. But the P250 has a float cap from 0 to 1, the FAMAS does not. That means people that are trading up to the M4 Eye of Horus are going to use the P250 and not the FAMAS. So if I had to choose between either one, I would go for the P250. For the purple, you have 2 routes again. You could go for the nicest looking one, or you can go for the trade-up fillers. If you wanted to go for the trade-up filler, I would go with the P90 ScaraB brush. Right, I'm pretty sure, if I checked correctly, all of the float caps are not 0 to 1. So we're just going to go for the worst gun, and that's going to be the P90 here. If you want to go for the best looking gun, the one that goes up on its merit of being a play skin, you're going to go for the Glock Ramses Reach. Not necessarily a great looking skin or loved by the community. However, once things get discontinued, they get loved by the community pretty goddamn quickly, and you'll see that. Now your blues, you have to buy some AKs and you have to buy some AWPs. Blue AKs and blue AWPs are few and far between. They're already around $19 in factory new. I would probably still buy it. Because A, it could be used as trade-up fillers. Because they probably won't be, but they can be used as trade-up fillers. And B, their popularity is going to spike regardless of what they look like. And now the best part about this is that Anubis, the actual map, is not in the active map pool. Which means that supply is at a complete standstill right now. Which means the panic is going to panic even harder. Because if Anubis does get introduced back into the map pool, then you'll see a lot of these initial rises go right back down. And you'll have to wait a lot longer to see the spikes you're seeing right now. Now what are some theories that could come from this? Well, A, we can have a new case replacing the Anubis one, right? Cash makes the most sense here. Valve could just simply be making room for the new collection that they're adding. Although it would be very, very odd for them to add it into the store as opposed to the Armory, which has been the precedent in CS2. In that vein, Maybe Anubis does come back to the map pool, and we get a 2025 or a 2026 Anubis collection added to the Armory. Who knows? We're just talking. Could make the whole system just a little bit more streamlined, instead of having cases here and cases in the Armory and making it all confusing for players. But maybe they were just doing that, streamlining the system so that all the cases are in the Armory system, and you don't have to go to the store for pretty much anything other than some sticker capsules. But things do seem to be pointing at a new map and a new collection coming very, very soon. Maybe Anubis just gets completely dropped from the map pool and won't be worked on again in the future, which is very much possible. So maybe those cash items I told you to buy a few days ago, I'd maybe start looking at those prices right now. I'm not telling you to buy anything, I'm just telling you what happened, giving you the rundown. And I'm going to be the first to tell you motherfuckers, because I know those motherfuckers in Europe are sleeping. So do with that information what you will. And I'll reconvene on the subject in a few days from now after the dust is settled. Peace.